The tension between Georgia and its two breakaway territories, Abkhazia and South Ossetia, have been on constant rise for the last few years and have significantly increased in recent months, fueled mainly by the actions taken by the Russian Federation. Moscow has openly supported the unrecognized governments of both regions in political and military terms. By the beginning of 2006, Russian deliveries of military equipment to Abkhazia and South Ossetia reached such a level that the total amount of equipment, arms, and ammunition in these two regions, with a combined population of about 250,000, exceeded the total military capacity of Georgia, with a population of 4.5 million. By the beginning of 2008, the two breakaway regions had received at no cost more than twice the military equipment possessed by Georgia. Russia also began issuing passports to inhabitants of both territories. At the same time, Georgian President Michael Saakashvili has named restoration of the territorial integrity of Georgia one of his primary goals, alongside integration with the West and joining NATO. Both issues have been perceived by Moscow as a direct threat to Russia's vital interests, and steps have been taken to ensure that Georgian government does not fulfill its ambitious plans. The 2008 Bucharest NATO summit refused to grant a membership action plan to Georgia, postponing the decision to December. Some member states hinted that no country with a frozen conflict in its territory should be allowed to join the alliance. That only emboldened Russia, which began amassing large numbers of troops at the border with South Ossetia, at the northern entry to the Roki Tunnel. In spring 2008, the number of hostile actions against Tbilisi sharply increased, including almost total trade embargo, after a number of people, including several Russians, were arrested on charges of spying. On 1st of August, South Ossetian separatists have started shelling Georgian villages, with sporadic response from Georgian military. The situation is extremely tense and could escalate into a serious conflict. Your objective. You are a part of a small detachment of the 390th Fighter Squadron sent to Georgia after joint military exercises with the US have concluded. The Georgian authorities have expressed an interest in purchasing a number of F-15C aircraft, and your team has been responsible for demonstrating the capabilities of the aircraft. You will fly as a lead of a two-ship flight, call sign Colt 02. With the recent build-up of Russian forces in the region and open hostilities in South Ossetia, US European Command EUCOM decided to send an E-3 AWACS, call sign Magic, to support our operations in Georgia and monitor Russian activity. Your first task is to relieve the Turkish F-16s accompanying Magic and escort him safely to the anchor point. Your second objective is to perform a joint flight with Georgian Su-25 Frogfoots. You'll join up with them and perform a close formation flight along a predefined route. Frago and fly plan are available and contain all the important information regarding your task. The situation is extremely tense and open conflict could begin at any time, with high possibility of direct Russian involvement. It is of paramount importance that you exercise caution and restraint and observe all international borders to avoid escalating tensions in the region.
recap of today's mission. You are to rendezvous with Magic at waypoint 2, then escort him on station at waypoint 3. Once they are pushed to waypoint 4, and join up with a flight of 4 frogmen, callsign Bravo. Fly in close formation along the frag route through waypoint 5. Separate at waypoint 6. Once Magic is on station, he will take over the authority in the AO. Good luck out there. Wizard out.
Wizard, code copies all. Thank you, ma'am.
Georgia. Proves the command has a sense of humor. I think I've heard this quote before. But yeah, it is funny. And the local Georgians, how many of them were there? More than 1,600, plus some Ukrainians, Armenians, and Azeris. It was quite an undertaking from what I understand. It seems so. Still, it didn't stop the tensions rising to a point where everything is ready to explode. True enough. Maybe our presence will be enough to calm things down. Yet we won't be able to support the Georgians in case the conflict escalates, because the Separatists don't have any airplanes. Hell, I think they don't even have a proper airfield. Yeah, but the Georgians have several CAS-capable jets and helos. Should be enough to make the Separatists think twice about what they're doing. I hope you're right, One. Two's out. this is 2. 2, go ahead. I've heard in the news that the situation at the line of contact is getting really tense. Apparently, the Georgians and Separatists were shooting at each other for the whole night and morning. There were casualties.
Yes, I have heard that, and all right under the noses of the Russian peacekeepers.
I have my doubts if they're really there to keep the peace. Have you heard the story about the MiG-29 shooting down a Georgian drone?
What about it?
Georgians have recovered a video from the wreckage which clearly showed a fulcrum shooting a missile at the drone. Russians said that indeed it was a 29, but not theirs. They said it was a NATO jet. I'm surprised they didn't try to blame it on a UFO.
And what did we say to that?
The NATO SecGen said it will eat its tie if the Russians' version proves to be true.
Nice. We're approaching our rendezvous with Magic. I'll try to get him on the radio soon. Colt 02 flight to Magic, 2 F-15Cs tasked with escort duty. We are approaching the fragged waypoint. How copy?
Colt 02, this is Magic. We have you visual. Good to see you. We are ready to push towards our anchor point, form up, and we'll get going. Dodge flight, you are cleared to RTV once Colt is saddled.
Colt copies, all joining formation. Magic, Colt is saddled.
Magic 1-1, pushing from waypoint 1 at 30,000.
Magic, Colt 2-1. Sir, do you have any more information about what is going on down there? From what we've heard, it's beginning to look like an all-out war.
It doesn't look good. The Georgians are pressed hard by the Separatists and forced to react to numerous provocations along the ABL. They can't do too much without alerting the Russian peacekeepers.
Why are the Russians even operating in that role? I always thought that peacekeepers should be impartial.
It's even worse. There are three sides tasked with peacekeeping duties: Russians, South Ossetians, and Georgians. It's as if before the Vietnam War you would put Viet Cong, Chinese, and U.S. troops together. It's been boiling for some time, and it looks like it's going to erupt any moment now.
So what will the Russians do?
We shall see, but I bet they won't just stand and watch. We know for a fact they are massing their forces north from the Roki Tunnel, so unless this way is cut off by the Georgians quickly, if it comes to war, Ivan will be in South Ossetia in large numbers in a matter of 24 hours.
If it comes to that, what are we going to do?
We will wait for our orders and adapt to the situation. For you, it'll be easier. You just have to follow your commands and let the generals pull the strings and deal with the political consequences.
That is copied, sir. But I bet if it comes to open hostilities, Russians will send their airplanes. I hope we won't just stand by and watch as they attack our allies.
As I said, you just worry about the tasks at hand.
Yes, sir. Colt 2-1 out.
It would be good to get to shoot a real MiG-29 down. You flew in Iraq in 2003, right?
I did, yes.
Have you downed any enemy aircraft?
No, there was hardly any air-to-air combat. Saddam had hidden or dismantled most of his planes, including the MiG-25s and Su-25s. We had total air superiority from day one. If I remember correctly, our side flew over 20,000 sorties and dropped more than 25,000 bombs.
I see. You should be flying a Strike Eagle then.
I'd rather focus on one activity, which is fighting enemy aircraft. I'll let E's and A-10s focus on the ground. And who knows, maybe you'll get your first air-to-air kill. One out.
Colt 02, Magic, we are on station. Continue your mission. The picture looks clean at the moment. Colt 03 will relieve you.
Magic, Colt 02 pushing from waypoint 3.
Magic 1-1, passing waypoint 3 at 30,000.
Magic, Colt 03 has visual, joining formation.
Magic 1-1, passing waypoint 4 at 30,000. Magic 1-1, on station at bullseye 0974100 at 30,000.
Colt 02 flight to Bravo, we are approximately 10 miles out from your location. Request rejoin at Angels 18.
Colt, this is Bravo 1. We're on station at 6,000 meters, ready to push once you arrive.
Colt 02 flight is saddled, ready to move on.
Colt, Bravo, pushing towards our next waypoint, descending to 2,000 meters.
1, 2. That'll be roughly 6,000 feet. 2, affirm. Bravo, copy your last, lead the way, and we'll be right behind you.
Colt, Bravo, we'll fly close to South Ossetia's capital, Skin Valley. The separatists are shooting at our forces there. Let them see that we have American support.
Bravo, Colt 2-1, roger.
Check right for steer point 6. Bravo. We just got orders that we need to return to the ABL. Our troops are under heavy attack by the separatists. Will you join us?
Bravo, full copies. Negative, we will finish our patrol and return to base. Good luck. Break. 2, we will push to waypoint 7, climb to Angels 20. 2.
pop-up group. We have 2 flankers inbound, Bulls 310 for 100, climbing out of the Sochi area. Monitor but do not engage. Weapons hold. Fly heading 270 to intercept.
Magic Call 2-1, copy. Intercept and monitor. Weapons hold.
At 38,000. Magic 1-1, Colt 2, request bogey dope. Colt 2, Magic 1-1, Bra 293, 470, at 38,000, hot. Colt 2, Magic 1-1, Bra 291, 460, at 38,000, hot.
Magic, Cold Flight is RTB.